Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Detroit Tigers and Cleveland Guardians. Today's matchup between the Guardians and the Tigers is shaping up to be a pivotal game in this series, with both teams riding the highs and lows of intense competition. The Guardians are looking to shake off a heartbreaking loss in Game 2, where closer Emmanuel Clase, who has been nearly perfect all season with a 0.61 ERA, surrendered a shocking 3-run homer in the 9th inning. That blow not only tied the series, but exposed a rare crack in the Guardians' usually impenetrable bullpen. Cleveland's offense wasn't much better, managing just 3 hits and striking out 11 times. For a team looking to make a postseason push, that kind of performance just won't cut it. On the flip side, Detroit bounced back after a demoralizing 7-0 shutout in Game 1. The Tigers found their spark when Kerry Carpenter launched a clutch 2-out, 2-strike homer, giving Detroit a dramatic 3-0 win that electrified the home crowd. Heading into today's game, Comerica Park is set to be rocking, with Tigers fans hoping their team can ride this momentum into another victory. But the Guardians aren't the kind of team to let back-to-back games slip away, especially with veteran Alex Cobb on the mound. Cobb may have had a limited season due to injury, but when he's been healthy, he's been sharp, posting a 2.76 ERA. His postseason experience, dating back to 2013 with the Tampa Bay Rays, makes him a reliable arm to help Cleveland regain control. With Cobb on the mound and a deep bullpen behind him, I'm confident Cleveland will make the necessary adjustments and come out swinging. Detroit has shown time and again that they can be scrappy and pull off late-game heroics, especially since the All-Star break. But relying on that kind of magic repeatedly is a dangerous game. The Tigers don't have the offensive firepower that Cleveland boasts, with Josh Naylor and Jose Ramirez combining for 70 home runs this season. The Guardians have the advantage in the lineup and on the mound, and their bullpen, despite the hiccup in Game 2, is still one of the best in the league. I believe today's game will be another close contest, likely a low-scoring affair given how strong both teams' pitching staffs are. However, if Cleveland can get an early lead and put the pressure on Detroit's bats, the Tigers will struggle to mount another late-game comeback. In my opinion, the Guardians have the experience, depth, and firepower to bounce back from Monday's loss and take control of the series. I'm expecting Cleveland to come away with a win today, setting the stage for them to close out the series strong.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the New York Mets and Philadelphia Phillies. Game 4 of the NLDS is set for Wednesday as the Phillies head to Queens to battle the Mets. After a dominant 7-2 win in Game 3, the Mets have taken a 2-1 lead in the series with the chance to close it out at home. One more win, and New York punches its ticket to the NLCS, where they'll meet the winner of the Dodgers-Padres showdown. The Phillies, despite ruling the NL East for most of the season, are now staring down the barrel of elimination. This is the first time these divisional foes have clashed in the postseason, and Philly has to dig deep to force a Game 5 back in their own backyard. Their offense was almost non-existent in Game 3, managing just 5 hits and failing to score until the 8th inning when Bryce Harper and Nick Castellanos each knocked in a run. But by then, the gap was too big to close. On the flip side, the Mets are hunting for their first World Series title since 1986 and are now just one win away from advancing. The team's high-priced stars are delivering when it matters most. Even though they finished third in the NL East, New York has the chance to send home a major rival and keep their championship hopes alive. Pete Alonso and Jesse Winker both went deep in Game 3, giving the Mets full control of this series. Looking at the mound matchup, it's set to be a fascinating duel. The Mets are sending out Jose Quintana, who's already proven himself this postseason with 6 scoreless innings against Milwaukee. He's been solid all year, especially at home with a 3.64 ERA. The Phillies will counter with Ranger Suarez, but there are some red flags here. This will be his first postseason appearance, and his last outing back in September was a disaster. He gave up 6 runs in just 2 innings against the Nationals. While Suarez did well against the Mets earlier this year, Philadelphia has lost his last 3 starts, and his numbers have been spiraling, with ERAs of 6.61 in July, 5.00 in August, and 6.04 in September. The Mets have been finding ways to win all postseason, even when their offense gets off to a slow start. They broke out in the later innings during the Wild Card series and carried that momentum into Game 3. Meanwhile, the Phillies are banking on Suarez turning things around, but his recent struggles are hard to ignore. Given the Mets' recent hot streak and Suarez's issues, I believe New York has the upper hand in this matchup. I expect them to keep rolling and seal their place in the NLCS. My pick is the Mets to win in advance. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Kansas City Royals and New York Yankees. The Royals and the Yankees are heading into Game 3 of this series, with both teams having secured a win each. This matchup has turned into a true dogfight, a trend we've seen a lot in this year's postseason series. No easy sweeps here. It's been all about grit and determination, and the Royals are really starting to think they can take this all the way. In Game 2, the Yankees looked good early on with Carlos Rodon dealing, but things unraveled fast, and the Royals pounced, flipping the game in their favor. At this stage of the playoffs, it's all about momentum, and Kansas City has that edge right now. We've seen underdogs make deep playoff runs before. Just look at last year's Texas Rangers and Arizona Diamondbacks, or even the Philadelphia Phillies the year before. The Royals seem to be riding that same wave. Kansas City is really buying into the belief, and Bobby Witt Jr. is no longer just a rising star. He's cemented himself as one of the premier players in the league and the heartbeat of this team. The Royals are dialed in, and their fans are laser-focused on their success, despite some off-field distractions like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's rumored appearances. Royals fans care about one thing only: winning. The Yankees' bats went quiet against Kansas City's arms in Game 2, and I expect that to continue in Game 3, with Seth Lugo towing the rubber for the Royals. Lugo has been a revelation this season. A former reliever turned starter, he's managed to keep it together even late in the year. In his last outing, he held the Orioles to just 1 run in the wild card round, and over his last 3 starts, he's posted a strong 3.85 ERA. Lugo looks like he's ready for this moment. On the flip side, Clark Schmidt will get the ball for the Yankees. He's had a decent season, but his recent starts have been shaky, and he got knocked around by the Pirates last time out, giving up 4 runs. Since coming back from injury, Schmidt hasn't been able to lock things down, and I don't think that's going to cut it against a hot Royals lineup in this crucial Game 3. Kansas City's bullpen showed up big time in Game 2, and the team as a whole is playing with a lot of confidence. The Yankees' bullpen did its best to limit the damage, but they couldn't overcome the Royals' offensive surge. Heading into Game 3, I'm convinced the Royals have the momentum and the pitching edge to take control of this series. I'm backing Kansas City to win this one and set themselves up for a series win. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the San Diego Padres and Los Angeles Dodgers. Tonight's Game 4 between the Padres and Dodgers is shaping up to be a tight, low-scoring contest, and I'm confident the total runs will stay under 8.5. Let's break down why I see this happening. First off, the Padres are turning to Dylan Cease, who struggled a bit in Game 1 against the Dodgers, allowing 5 runs in just over 3 innings. Despite that rough outing, Cease has been a reliable arm throughout the season, boasting a solid 3.47 ERA and a commendable 1.07 WHIP. He's shown resilience before, and though pitching on short rest can be challenging, the Padres trust his ability to rebound. Cease also held the Dodgers in check during the regular season, giving up only 4 earned runs over 10.2 innings. While his postseason numbers aren't dazzling, this matchup feels like the perfect stage for him to bounce back and limit LA's offense. The Dodgers, on the other hand, will be relying on their bullpen for tonight's game. While some might see that as a risk, LA's bullpen is one of the best in the league, posting a 3.53 ERA this season. They've been especially strong in high-pressure spots. Manager Dave Roberts has plenty of reliable options, including Alex Vesia and Jason Adam, who've come up big earlier in the series. Even though the Dodgers gave up 6 runs in a disastrous second inning last night, the bullpen locked things down after that, keeping the Padres scoreless for the rest of the game. Now, let's talk about Petco Park. This ballpark has a reputation for keeping runs in check, and history supports it. 4 of the last 5 games between these two teams at Petco have stayed under the total. The Padres' pitching staff has stepped up at home, limiting opponents, and even though their offense has been explosive at times this postseason, it tends to come in bursts. After a big inning in Game 3, San Diego's bats went quiet, and that inconsistency could carry over tonight. Both teams have also struggled to come through with runners in scoring position during this series. The Dodgers were just 2 for 8 in those spots in Game 3, and overall, it's been an ongoing issue. The Padres haven't been much better, going 6 for 24 in similar situations. These missed opportunities point toward a low-scoring game. Lastly, weather and ballpark factors favor the under as well. Petco Park is known for being pitcher-friendly, with its spacious outfield keeping home runs at bay. The cool San Diego night won't help the ball carry much, and that'll make it tougher for hitters to find the fences. Considering all of these factors, the strong pitching on both sides, the history of low-scoring games at Petco, the struggles with runners in scoring position, and the pitcher-friendly conditions, I expect this game to stay well under the 8.5 run total.